How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. Hope you guys are all having a great day. If you guys would, please give this video a thumbs up if you guys do enjoy it. Subscribe, of course, if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all. Make sure you guys hit the bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on the channel. Also, if you guys would, head over to Twitch. Follow me there at Douglas447. Stream there at least once a week, whether it's Halo, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Destiny 2, or anything else you guys suggest for me for to stream over there. And as always, we're going to be talking positives and negatives about Godzilla X Kong, the new empire. This is, of course, the newest MonsterVerse movie. So this is a continuation of Godzilla 2014, Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of the Monsters, Godzilla vs. Kong, the Monarch TV show. And so this is the next film in that universe. So coming off, of course, of the fact that Godzilla Minus One just recently came out a few months ago, everyone I know for a fact has been very excited and looking forward to this movie. Me, I was kind of skeptical. I was like, okay, Kong and Godzilla are back at it. They're going to fight some new Scar King monster thingy ape, and there's some sort of other new Godzilla-looking creature. It's going to be a fun romp, no pun intended. However, this movie has a lot of flaws. It's not a horrible film. It is a movie that you can just enjoy for what it is. But I want to talk about the good and the bad, and that's what I do here on the channel. I don't want to just complain, and I hope that it comes out that I'm just critiquing some nitpick things that I saw in this film when I watched it. So, obviously, this film came out here in 2024. It is rated PG-13, and it's about an hour and 55 minutes long. First of all, I want to talk about the fact that there is no post-credit scene whatsoever. There's no post-credit scene. There's no mid-credit scene. Nothing, which is kind of strange in that fact because every single MonsterVerse film has always had at least one to tease what is coming. Me, personally, I thought Godzilla vs. Kong was a good conclusion to the MonsterVerse franchise. This film feels like it's the same thing, but instead of it focusing on Godzilla like Godzilla vs. Kong did, this film does the opposite. This film spends a lot of its runtime focusing on Kong and his loneliness and dealing with the Scar King. It has a lot of returning characters. Both new and new ones are introduced, both human and Titan monsters. So if you have seen the past MonsterVerse films, this one, like I said, continues that arc of all those characters, both human and monster. I was happy to see that this film also does a lot more exploration of both Skull Island and the Hollow Earth, and we actually get the Hollow Earth in this film, which they really, no pun intended, dive deep into that stuff. Godzilla is in this film, but it's kind of weird that Godzilla and Kong, they don't trust each other because of this territorial thing. So Godzilla's the king of the surface, and Kong is in charge of the Hollow Earth. But when they meet up, they have another clash, and it's just like, didn't they like become kind of like buddies at the end of the last movie? It just makes no sense that they don't want to work together. It really is kind of confusing. This film also doesn't feel like a Godzilla Kong movie. It feels more like Kong Skull Island 2. The film just focuses a lot much more on Kong as a character. Godzilla kind of feels like a side character. He gets sidelined. Like, he kills a couple monsters, mostly off screen. He does some damage and rampage in like 5-6 different countries. And he really just doesn't do anything. Even in the climactic finale battle, he just atomic breaths everything. And it's like, it kind of makes the atomic breath not all that interesting and not all that unique. So it's kind of weird in that way. I want to talk a couple things positive now. The film does focus a lot more on the Titan battles, and that is something that I've talked about in all of my MonsterVerse reviews. Is that this is the MonsterVerse, not humans with monkeys and gigantic lizards shooting acid out of their mouth or whatever. They finally, I think, took that criticism, and it's like, the film is great when it's showing the Titan battles and the communication and whatnot. Anytime it goes to the human characters, which I hate, the film just feels horrible. And speaking on the human characters, there's too many. There's too many human characters in this film. And what's really weird is they brought back like all of the human characters from Kong, from Godzilla vs. Kong. They brought all those characters back. But they bring back one character that was on Godzilla's side, the investigation podcast guy. Everybody else is missing. Like, I don't understand where the characters from Godzilla 2017, King of the Monsters, and Godzilla vs. Kong for Godzilla's side, where are those characters from Monarch and whatnot? They're not even mentioned in this movie. It's kind of weird. I had fun, honestly, seeing a monkey with the Infinity Gauntlet in the finale battle. That was a lot of fun. Scar King as a villain, thought it was kind of cool. Kind of underutilized in my opinion. He really doesn't do much. He's more like kind of like a mentally smart, intelligent monkey. And he just like controls this ice dragon Godzilla thing. And Ice Godzilla was a cool addition. Really didn't do much, unfortunately. I do wish that the film had like more time to build up the villains and make them feel like more of a threat instead of just bad guy of the week, which is what Scar King and Ice Godzilla kind of felt like. Baby Kong, like that character. His jokes and his humor and his interactions with Kong himself, I thought were great. The humor worked well in this movie, and I really enjoyed that. Last two things I want to talk about. This film, unfortunately, forgets logic and canon of past films, both in the universe and outside of it. So, if you guys don't remember, in Godzilla King of the Monsters, Mothra sacrifices her life essence, gives it to Godzilla to supercharge Godzilla in order to defeat King Ghidorah in the finale. This film here, Godzilla Kong, The New Empire, brings back Mothra. Mothra gets brought back to life. There is zero explanation as to how this is done whatsoever. So that irritated me. She just can come back from the dead whenever they need this character to come back. Godzilla also destroys Destroya. So if you guys don't know that, Destroya has been teased in the MonsterVerse films for quite a while. Destroya is in this film. Godzilla just destroys him off screen in less than 30 seconds of its appearance. And Destroya is not the Destroya that we know from past Godzilla movies. They turned Destroya into basically a sea serpent. And it's just frustrating to see a gigantic, powerful monster that makes Godzilla from in the past, not in the MonsterVerse, but in past Godzilla iterations, implode. And I feel like they really just disrespected Destroya as a monster. Overall, guys, I think this film was something that'll make you happy, it'll make you confused, it's going to make you irritated at times, and excited all at once. It's a mixed bag of a film. I enjoyed it. Do I care to really want to rewatch this film on purpose again? Not really. I think, honestly, Godzilla vs. Kong was a good conclusion to the MonsterVerse franchise. Like I said, there is no post-credit scene, so I don't know what they're planning on doing in the future moving forward. Honestly, what I think they need to do is they need to introduce the alien plot into this franchise where they take all of the monsters, where aliens show up, take all the monsters from Earth, put them onto another arena-like planet, and have a gigantic monster-like battle royale. And I would spend good money to see a 2-hour movie about that. Don't incorporate any of the human characters and whatsoever. Just have it where aliens show up, beam all the monsters onto their massive ship, send them into a planet-like arena that's on the other side of the galaxy or whatever. Doesn't have to make total sense. I mean, we're dealing with aliens. Put all the monsters in an arena and see who comes out on top. There are so many monsters from the Godzilla and the Kong universe that they could put in here. And it kind of shocks me that they didn't bring in more monsters that more people know about. Like Gigan or Mecha King Ghidorah or... there are so many monsters they could do. And it's just weird that they're focusing... I don't understand why they brought back Mothra, and I don't understand why Scar King and Ice Godzilla were the villains. I just feels weird that they're not utilizing characters that are more well-known in this franchise. So I'm hoping that the next one will get made, and it comes out in the next 2-3 years, if not sooner. Obviously, they're pushing that Monarch show like crazy because I guess season 1 did really well. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I plan to eventually in the future. So that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to give this film, Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, here from 2024, a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day. And I'll see you guys on the next video or stream. Peace out.